Hello guys. Logan, how are you, dear Logan? Thank you so much for joining, dear Logan. How are you, Logan? Thank you so much for your joining. Hi, Logan. How are you, Logan? Logan is here. Thank you so much for your joining, Logan. How are you, Logan? Kinds of the England's kind of sad England's lost. Thank you so much from England. Thank you. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much from England. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining from England. A lot of love and respect, my dear. Thank you. Thank you so much for being there. You should be like my stream. You wanna can support. If you wanna can support, you have to do a super chat for supporting on my channel. And dear Logan, thank you, Logan. Logan, if you can easily, you have to make a donation for the sub. You have to make a donation on my stream. Thank you so much for joining. To make a small donation, no worry. Mahin, how are you, Mahin? Thank you so much for your joining, dear Mahin. A lot of love and respect for you joining, dear Mahin. Hurry up, guys. Every single person to write your name in the chat, guys. To do a super chat and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for your joining, guys. Every respected member to increase the likes, guys. Hurry up, guys, to encourage the likes. Nations, how are you, nations? How are you, nations? How are you, nations? Thank you so much for your joining, nations. How are you, nation? Please, guys, encourage the likes, guys. Encourage the likes. You wanna do the super chat and also a lot of love and respect for your joining, guys. Thank you, nation, for your joining. Hurry up, guys. Every respected member to write your name in the chat. Hendrik, how are you, Hendrik? Thank you so much for your joining. How are you, dear Hendrik? Thank you so much for your joining, dear Hendrik. Hurry up, guys. Every single person, you should have to write your name in the chat, guys. Hurry up. Encourage the likes and write your name in the chat. Yeah, you should have to encourage the likes. Hamad, how are you, dear Hamad? How are you, Hamad? Hurry up, guys. Hurry up to write your name in the chat. Hamad, correct. Correct. How are you, correct? Every respected member to write your name in the chat. Hurry up. Correct. How are you, correct? Thank you, correct. Hi, Malice. Sorry, Malice. Thank you so much for your joining, dear Malice. A lot of love and respect for your joining. Eden, how are you, dear Eden? Thank you, Felipe. How are you, Felipe? How are you, Felipe? How are you, Felipe? To write your name in the chat, guys. Kazia, how are you, Kazia? To write your name in the chat, guys. Kazia, how are you, Kazia? I'm fine. Flippy, where are you from watching, my dear? Paris, her Paris. You can do the super chat, guys. Thanks, welcome. Can you any person can send the laughing disco or do a super chat? Dorezilla. Hi Dorezilla, how are you Dorezilla? Shabullah. Neolia, how are you Neolia? Rosit, how are you Rost? Messi, how are you Messi? Any person can send the laughing disco or do the super chat, guys. To write your name in the chat, guys. Every respected member have to write your name in the chat. A star Messi, I write Messi. Hiya, how are you Hiya? Sophia, how are you Sophia? Imran, how are you Imran? Astara, how are you Astara? Farhan, how are you Farhan? Preskila, how are you Preskila? Asa, how are you dear Asa? Any person can send the laughing disco, guys. William, how are you William? Hurry up, guys, to write your name in the chat. Larry, how are you Larry? Eric, how are you dear Eric? Thank you so much for joining, dear Eric. Thank you Isa, thank you so much. You're okay, that's good. Nick Tamor, how are you Nick Tamor? Griffin, how are you Griffin? Any person can send the laughing disco. I'll do a super chat for the support. Versus, how are you Versus? Thank you so much for you joining. Lana, how are you dear Lana? A lot of love and respect for you joining. Adeline, how are you Adeline? Thank you so much for you joining. Adeline, any person can do a super chat, guys. Asile, how are you dear Asile? Zanam, how are you Zanam? How are you Zanam? Thank you so much for you joining, dear Zanam. Any person can do the super chat or to write your name in the chat. Thank you so much for your joining, guys. Azor, how are you Azor? To write your, hurry up guys, to write your name in the chat. Basitamer, Sophia, Megan, hurry dear Megan, it's a game, okay? How are you, Megan? Malice, sorry, Malice. How are you, Malice? Hmm. Gabby, how are you, dear Gabby? Zende, how are you, Zende? Any person can do the super chat, guys. Zende, how are you, Zende? Thank you so much for you joining, dear Zende. Coco, how are you, Coco? Lupita, how are you, Lupita? Any person can do a super chat or send a laughing disco. Derek, how are you, Derek? How are you, dear Derek? Thank you so much for your joining, Derek. Aria, how are you, Aria? Polo, how are you, Polo? Lanazi, how are you, Lanazi? Nicole, how are you, Nicole? Matcha, how are you, Matcha? Ramin, how are you, Ramin? Any person can send a laughing disco or do a super chat, guys. I'm good, Matcha. How are you? I'm good, dear. Asbella, how are you, dear Asbella? Any person can send a laughing disco or do a super chat, guys. You will be cat time out there. Alec, how are you, Alec? Rosani, how are you, Rosani? Hurry up, guys, to write your name in the chat, making the like and subscribing to the channel. Jungkook, how are you, Jungkook? How are you, Jungkook? Gulemi, Gulemi, here is your name. Qasim, how are you, Qasim? Amal, how are you, Amal? How are you, dear Amal? Sol, how are you, dear Sol? Askar, how are you, Askar? Alex? How are you, dear Alex? Camelia, how are you, Camelia? Any person can send me a laughing disco, guys.